With just one prompt, I created an entire AI film. Take a look.
The silence out here, it creates echoes in your mind. Sometimes you just have to take a second to breathe. But then I noticed something. It drew me in. I knew I should stop, but I just couldn't. The moment I touched it, everything changed. It wasn't a discovery, it was a plague. And all the way out here, there is no cure.
Everything you just saw was completely done with just a single prompt. 9 scenes, 1 prompt. But here's the thing, most people are still spending hours creating disjointed scenes. And honestly, I've been generating better scenes in a much shorter time using an underrated technique I call the grid method. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how a complete beginner can use the grid method to create stunning AI films. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to create your most imaginative AI films using just a single prompt. But here's where it gets crazy, because we're not just using one prompt to create our AI film, we're also using just one platform. And as always, all prompts and tools will be in the description below. So the challenge of this video is to use a single prompt to create our AI film. In order to do that, this is the prompt formula we will be using as our base to create our entire story from start to finish. If you want the prompt formula, you can find it linked in the description below. Once again, here's the prompt formula that we can use as our base. You can already use it as is, and it will generate really cool scenes like these. But in our case, I have some experience in cinematography and I wanted more control over my film. And in order to do that, I added more details to our prompt formula by specifying each frame. It's not as difficult as it looks. I just explained the camera angles I wanted and then gave a brief description of what I wanted to happen in the scene. And after specifying everything, here is my final prompt. Now that we've made our prompt, the second step is to generate all the grid using our prompt. To do this, we'll be using a platform called OpenArt. Once we're at the home page, we'll click on Image. For the model, we'll be using Banana Pro since it allows us to generate in 4K quality with the most consistent results. Now, we'll just paste in the prompt that we made in step 1. After that, we'll select the 16:9 aspect ratio and the highest resolution possible. After a few generations, I really like how this one turned out. Notice how each individual panel represents a specific part of our original prompt. But let me be honest, generating 9 scenes in one prompt can sometimes lead to slight character inconsistencies. So for step 3, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix this. First, we'll crop out a panel that clearly shows the features of our character. Let's go with the panel in the middle for this example. Now back in OpenArt, we'll just upload this as a reference image, along with our 3x3 grid. This is the prompt we'll use to make sure that everything stays consistent and identical. And this is the result. Now our character looks perfectly consistent. But to make the quality even better, step 4 is to upscale each of our panels. Upscaling is optional and sometimes it can even hurt the quality of the image. But for this example, we'll upscale all of our panels. To do this, we'll crop each of the panels that we want to make scenes for. In this case, we'll do all 9. Then we'll click on Image Upscale in OpenArt. From here, we'll just upload our panel, select Precise Upscale, and then we'll use the Ultra version. Take a look at the difference in quality between our original panel 5 and the upscaled panel 5. Now we'll just repeat this process for all of our panels, although I recommend you only do this for the panels that need extra refinement. Before we start generating our scenes, we need to move on to step 5 to make sure we have our video prompts ready. If you feel confident in making your own prompts, then feel free to skip ahead, but the technique we're going to use will allow us to create all 9 prompts in under a minute. First, we'll go to ChatGPT and upload our refined 3x3 grid. Then we'll use this prompt. We want to give ChatGPT all the context it needs to generate high-quality video prompts. The result should look something like this. Remember, you can always tweak the prompts as you like, but this gives a great foundation to build on. With all of our video prompts ready, it's time for step 6, which is going to be generating the scenes. To do this, we'll click Video and select Image to Video. But now we have a decision to make about which AI video model to use. The truth is, each model has its own pros and cons. So if you're not sure which to use, then check out this video I made where I test the same animations with every AI video generator. For now, we're going to select Kling 2.6 because it usually nails the camera movement and has great prompt adherence. So we'll just upload our first panel as the start frame, and then we'll use this prompt which describes the camera movement and atmosphere of the shot. Then we'll select the 5-second duration and turn the audio on. After a few generations, I think this one got the atmosphere just Right. The rest of the scenes are generated using the same structure. We just select our AI model, upload our panel image as a start frame, and then fill in our prompt. So step 7 is to repeat this process for all 9 panels. Let's continue on to the second scene. First, we'll upload our second panel as the start frame. This is the prompt we'll use. I've kept it simple to make it easier to demonstrate, but if you want to know how to craft a detailed video prompt, make sure to check out this video. I generated this scene with a few different models, and Cdance 1.5 Pro actually gave me the best result this time. Take a look. For the third scene, I want to create a shot that moves in with the character towards the mysterious object. So after uploading the third panel as the start frame, this is the prompt that we're going with. And after testing on all the best video models, this time VO 3.1 actually gave me the best outcome. It helps that OpenArt allows us to use all models in one platform. So here's the result. The last scene I want to go through is from panel 9, the last panel of the film. After uploading the panel as a start frame, I wanted to make a prompt that leaves the ending up to the audience's interpretation. This is the prompt I decided on, and Kling 2.6 did not disappoint, because this was the final shot, which even managed to nail the heavy breathing and blurred vision. For step 8, we're going to tie everything together by creating the narration. We'll be using 11 Labs since it's the best AI voiceover platform. So we'll just click on Voices and select the one we like most. Let's go with Jennifer since she sounds clear and curious. Then we'll click text to speech and type the exact words we want her to be saying. Since we're using 11 Labs V3, it also allows us to control the way that those words are being said. Now we'll just enter our prompt and click generate. After generating all of our scenes and our narration, the last step is to edit everything together. I usually use Premiere Pro for my edits, but feel free to use whatever software you're most comfortable with. So we'll just drop in all of our scenes, and then we'll make sure that everything is in order, using the best parts of each scene. During this process, I actually moved scene 5 to scene 3 because I thought it flowed better. After that, we just add in any extra transitions, sound effects, and finishing touches to make sure that our AI film really stands out. And after finishing the edit, here's the final result.
The silence out here, it creates echoes in your mind. Sometimes you just have to take a second to breathe. But then I noticed something. It drew me in. I knew I should stop, but I just couldn't. The moment I touched it, everything changed. It wasn't a discovery. It was a plague. And all the way out here, there is no cure.
So that's how I create entire AI films using just a single prompt. And now you can create your own AI films without having to spend hours generating each scene. But here's the thing. Creating AI stories from a single prompt is nice. But what if you could create long AI animations using just a single image? If you want to see how, be sure to click the video on screen.